We got our cardio done. Now it's time for the real workout. Kicking Shinra's ass.
The real challenge starts now.
Yeah, Cloud gets it.
Let's go.
Cloud gets me. He knows that was just the warm-up.
So yeah, there's a unique theme for that section that gets increasingly distorted as you climb the stairs.
80, 90, 100%, 110. Mako supersaturation confirmed.
Engaging materia cooling to reduce temperature.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
I
was like, she didn't catch it the first time.
No.
She'll get it in a minute though.
Madame Director, you have a meeting shortly.
Stop. Your timing is impeccably atrocious.
Mako density and materia integrity are both holding steady.
Registering mass increase in core materia.
Now, show me something truly exquisite.
Contaminants registered.
We're leaving.
Materia growth accelerating, outpacing models. Registering crystallization within the reserve tanks.
Yeah.
The reaction is out of control! We have to stop it quickly!
Clean up the mess, would you?
Ma'am.
The guy's still crawling.
That's his job. That's what he gets paid for.
Skyview Hall. That place cost a fortune and then some.
Let's look for reception.
So yeah, the only difference between those cutscenes is if you did the elevator, the security camera footage that gets cut off shows them coming directly out of the elevator door instead of coming through the stair like service entrance.
Mm-hmm. So is it implied that we like shot a camera, or why does that get
No, we
cut
didn't do
off?
anything, but it got cut off somehow.
Aerith.
Aerith did it using magic,
Yep.
which is the same thing as hacking.
Yep.
Damn fools. Ones who come here at night to take in the view. So pretty and marvelous and beautiful. But every little light burning bright runs off her blood. And bit by bit they bleed her, never stopping to think how it'll end for them.
Yeah.
Terrible but beautiful all the same.
Well, at least you can realize that.
Yeah, that's the thing they're doing like with those last. That's why you got to do both versions of both the stairs, because it's funny. You also got to do the bit where they're like, oh right, like there are just like normal people who work here.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning of the game, Cloud's like, look, if it's so shitty here, then leave. And Barrett's like, some people don't have the luxury of choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then he's also at the same time being like, everybody should be held to my standard of we should all be trying to kill everybody at Shinra and tearing everybody down. Nobody should be using air conditioning or running water.
Yeah.
He's built his entire life around this.
Hypocrite that you are. I didn't see the bar being lit by candles, Barrett.
Exactly. It's easy. When the only people in town are Shinra. Like you got two options in this world. You got to work for them, or you got to, I guess three, or you got to working for them, or subsisting next to them, or if you really want to commit yourself, you can be like Barrett and try to take the whole world on. But it's not the easiest thing in the world to do.
They only have air conditioning for Marlene. Marlene deserves it.
Exactly.
Of course.
Born for my baby girl.
Yep.
We'd be reading by candlelight every night. We'd be trucking ice in instead of using air conditioning for the bar.
Blowing on drinks to keep them cold.
Blowing on drinks to keep them cold. Only using the finest ice material.
What is Avalanche thinking? What are they even after?
Barrett, don't hit anybody.
I was gonna say, don't say it too loud.
Yeah, please don't start anything, Barrett. We made it this far. And we're in the timeline now where we didn't fight anybody on the stairs, so they have no idea we're here.
Should I?
Please, just let my wife and daughter be safe.
As I sit here,
there's not much he can do about it. If they were in Sector 7 or something, it's not like he can go out there and just figure it out.
He could be waiting at like a train station or something to meet him. I don't know.
Suppose so.
There's something he
But
could
he's
be
got
doing.
overtime that needs done.
You know, you gotta go.
He's not on the clock at the moment.
I guess
He's
he's
sitting there.
He's on a break.
He's probably been working all night. We're gonna see some office spaces in a minute, and it's like actually like, you know, because the normal person who works here has no idea that Shinra did everything.
Yes, you know.
And
I
it's like,
understand that.
and there's no, I was just gonna say, because like you're gonna see a bunch of people who it's like, oh, none of these people have slept in 24 hours because they've all been working since the go down inning, right?
The go down inning.
The go down inning.
Yeah.
I love saying the go down inning. It's one of my favorite expressions that I made up.
Keycard has been updated.
You
to
must be here for our grand tour. Visitors have access to floors 60, 61, 62, as well as floor 60.
You could have just
You
said
could've
and
said-
63. You didn't have to.
You could have said 60 through 63.
You will find a device
That remind-
will allow
oh my
you to
God.
update the key card in your possession, thereby allowing you to access the next floor. And now begins your grand tour. Please enjoy the Shinra experience.
Thanks, lady.
Why has this whole thing gotta be such a big pain in the ass?
I don't know about you, but this is kind of weird.
You think everything's going too well?
Yeah, I do. Think this is a trap?
Ha! If it is, then bring it on. Let's get this party started.
I have a friend who's a teacher. And I was talking to them on the phone, like towards the end of the day, their day at work, right?
Yeah.
And just so happened, like, that there was an announcement while they were on the phone with me.
Oh, okay.
And it's, like, an extremely loud buzzer. Like, even if we hadn't been talking on speaker with them in an empty classroom, like, I would have been able to hear.
Yes.
But it was on speaker, and I could hear the whole announcement. And it was basically about, because of something or other, like, not all the buses were running that day. Like, some of the buses have been consolidated or, like, rearranged, something like that, right? So the announcement comes on, and it's like, these buses, like, go get on this bus instead, or, whatever else, right? I forget the exact directions.
Yeah, sure.
But the funny thing about it, because, like, what was I paying? I wasn't paying attention to this call until the funny part happened. This includes buses 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 89, 90, 91, 95, 96, 97. Also included in this separate thing, we'll be leaving at a later time, will be buses 102, 103, 104, 105, it was like, it kept going. It was like, list the buses that are running, not the buses that aren't running. It was like a solid 2 minutes. I wish I'd recorded it. My friend and I, we were laughing so hard.
Oh my gosh. Imagine, like, being a kid and trying to be like...
It gets to the end, and it's like,
If I
repeat it.
wasn't 86, like, I didn't hear my bus. Like,
Yeah.
I'm asking other people that are on my bus, like, where do I need to go? Like... Honestly, at that point, why wasn't it an email to all of the
Exactly.
teachers? Like, announce...
This really could have been an email.
Announce, teachers, check your email, make sure your students know where they're going.
Yeah.
Because no kids were tuned in by
Nobody
the end
was
of that
processing any
announcement.
of that.
No.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so like I'm just looking down at this I don't know, like interior courtyard. There's some topi areas around the edges, but I'm like, there's like seating and stuff up here. This
There's
is like an
nothing.
awfully empty room.
It is.
There's
maybe
nothing in it.
maybe that's where the cars used to
They
be.
There's a separate showroom. Of
they
course.
hold
Yeah.
pit fights down there for the employees
I like the
upstairs to
trees
watch.
inside.
I know that much.
Yeah, you have Joe, you're right. That's the pit for like promotions.
For Ramon.
That's where middle manager became a middle manager.
Yeah.
He had to beat another assistant manager in a fight to the death, and he won middle management.
Wutai's pulling their strings, you'll see.
I'm sure.
Okay, man. Whatever you say.
Not allowed.
Damn.
So we have to go find somewhere to get authorized, right?
I guess so. They said we have access to the next 4 floors with our visitors pass.
Oh.
No.
Yes, every reactor, every pillar. Like I said, a full inspection.
Oh.
There's no telling what kind of damage there might be. If you see anything out of the ordinary, I want to know.
I thought he was issuing the order to blow it all up. I was like, Jesus!
Big ass cell
Sorry to
phone.
bother you, sir.
No, it's fine.
I've brought the damage assessment for Sector 7 you requested.
It should be a lot bigger than that.
Perhaps you should try.
Everything's gone. That's the whole report.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's it. There's really not much to
Finish
say.
preparing
It's
my
just all
draft of
gone.
the reconstruction plan before tonight's board meeting.
You have board meetings at night?
Well, probably an emergency session due to,
I
the
guess,
situation.
Destroying an entire sector it's beyond the pale.
Director, I would strongly advise you not to say such things outside of this room.
Don't I know it?
Xehanort.
We met Reeve briefly in the cutscene where Heidegger and President Shinra were discussing the attack initially. He was objecting and trying to insist how many people are probably going to die if we go through with this plan.
Heidegger was like, ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha, the stench of Director Twisty's cowardice fills the room. How are you going to make a little money without cutting people? Think of it as a mass layoff, Reeve.
Oh, jeez.
It's not even a good statue.
No, it's not a good statue. It's an ugly as hell statue. That's like that one really ugly, like, poorly made gold Confederate statue that was all over the news of like, no, this is not a work of art, it's an ugly piece of shit.
Pick up the company. And of course, the city of Midgar and the miracle of Mako energy. Whatever takes your fancy, you're sure to learn something new.
Yeah, shut up.
This is a great segment. The little Disney World tour through the history of the Shinra Company. And there's actually a lot of extra detail here that doesn't really exist in the original game. So we can see here some kind of warehouse with guns, up to cars, trains and construction equipment, reactors, helicopters, bigger reactors.
Bigger helicopters.
That is a Midgar Mako reactor with the big numeral on it. This is the progression of the company. We're gonna find out they started as a small arms manufacturer before they captured the secrets of harnessing Mako energy to generate electricity. The president.
I think I just
Why is that on display?
Very highly of himself.
I guess maybe that's one of the early small arms or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, there's some of the items in this museum aren't quite as impressive as some others.
But it's like, imagine going to like a history thing for one of the presidents, and there's just like a pistol there with no placard, and you're like, what?
Why is there a gun?
I'm trying to see if I can't get the camera like right up on top of this little thing.
There you go.
A grateful appreciation to the Shinra Electric Power Company. Can't read the rest of it.
They
but
give
the
us
picture,
so much energy.
The picture here is with that guy looks kind of like Xehanort. That's kind of like the guy we were seeing a second ago.
Oh, that's crazy.
We haven't talked about him since the very beginning of the game, but way back in the upper plate of Sector 8 after the bombing mission, we heard people talking about, and we also heard on the news immediately afterward in Sector 7 about Mayor Domino and President Shinra issuing a joint statement. And we heard some QAnon lady on the upper plate going like, I wonder if this bombing was done, by the because of the tension between the mayor and President Shinra. I wonder if there's, which was even the friend who was listening to her talk was like, that seems a little far fetched to me. And over here we have a staff photo from the manufactory. And there is a really, really stupid cameo here.
Okay.
If you look in the center of the front row, you'll notice one of these guys is wearing he's wearing a gas mask for some reason. Okay. In Final Fantasy X-2, the sequel to Final Fantasy X, there is a character who is a scientist who wears a gas mask all the time, and his name is Shinra.
Oh my god.
And there is a theory that there's two theories. There's a theory that the world of FF10 is a way like many millennia in the future from Final Fantasy VII, but the same planet. or that like the people of FF10 world became like aliens and came here. This is total nonsense and not supported by anything in either of the games. It's just a funny little reference.
I see.
But here the guy who founded the Shinra company is wearing a funny gas mask.
What are the lore implications of this, Jacob?
I don't ask me because I don't care. Oh, and look, here's President Shinra in his youth working hard. He's a blue-collar billionaire, guys.
He pulled himself up
by his
bootstraps.
Oh my gosh.
He's just like you and me. For
Look,
real,
the very tools that President Shinra once used.
You could not find his fingerprints on those.
And early Mako drilling schematics and
Mako
equipment.
drilling, not oil drilling.
Yeah, presumably not oil, presumably Mako. Let's proceed with the exhibit. I've already learned so much. I wonder what more fascinating insights await me in the following rooms.
Hey everybody, how's the grand tour? I hope you're all enjoying yourselves. Wasn't it fun to learn about Shinra and our esteemed president? And to get a peek at the president's mementos? That was super cool.
All right.
So doing a little thing here where all of the departments have their own little logo, and they all consolidate into the collective Shinra Electric Power Company logo. But we're seeing the heads of the various major departments of Shinra here. We saw that funny dude hanging out at the Honeybee Inn. He was chasing a lady around with a net, and then he got a little winded.
It will teach you about the important work we do here by giving you a closer look at each of our divisions. I hope you're ready to be amazed, because you simply won't believe all the exciting adventures we have here.
I've been to exhibits that have voiceovers like this, and it's made me want to jump off the building.
These all look so familiar.
Because we've killed a bunch of them. Oh yeah, because the Barrett said it himself. Advanced weaponry. Hey, we saw this boob lady. She was on cable TV a while ago, and then we saw her killing a bunch of people in a lab. I guess she didn't kill them. She left them to die.
She left him to die, but did not kill him.
She brought along her footstool, which she could have left him to die and gotten a replacement.
But he was doing such a good
The advanced
job.
weaponry exhibit is currently undergoing maintenance. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Oh, dang it.
Well, I'm not putting your best foot forward with this exhibit, huh? Space and aeronautics. Oh, he's clipping through the floor. He's so short.
What? Read this? This paper right here? Give me a moment. Welcome to the Shinra building. The Space and Aeronautics Division has taken rocket systems developed for military applications and adapted them to a different purpose. The search for new precious resources in the infinite reaches of space. That being said, since we have plenty of Mako at the present, those plans are currently on hold. It's a bit of a shame, really.
Aw, they're not investing in NASA
Darn.
anymore. What they need is a deep sea division, am I right, Joey?
Hell yeah.
Research and
Sign me
development.
up.
Who's
He's
this
also
guy?
short.
Welcome to Shinra headquarters. My duties as Director of Research and Development are, in all likelihood, far beyond your ability to
Cocky much?
So there will be no presentation, as it would be a waste of my time and yours. Assured we are making great strides.
I'm in a master's program, thank you. I think I
Albeit
could
not at
comprehend
this
just
particular moment,
fine.
Because I'm filming this rubbish instead.
Wow.
I believe I've wasted enough of my precious time as it is. Science waits for no one, after all. So, good day.
So that's Hojo,
Get
head of research and
over
development.
yourself.
We've heard Hojo mentioned once previously. When Cloud was saying to Elmira, I don't think they're gonna let Aerith go. I know what these people are capable of. He said, especially that son of a bitch Hojo, we're all just numbers and meat to him. And next to Hojo, even though we've got the defense section over here, public security, which is run by Heidegger, we already know him pretty well, and that's got our normal troopers over there. The soldier third class is next to Hojo.
If this was a real video game, you could
and
break that and
empty
take the gear.
Say again, Joey?
So if this was a real video game, you could take that armor and it would be like a cool retro classic armor you could equip.
They've turned this construction equipment into like a dramatic statue.
The public security exhibit is currently undergoing maintenance. We apologize for the inconvenience.
So what I love about this is the implication is what Hojo said and what Palmer said were considered usable takes.
Yeah.
What did Scarlett and Heidegger say? I think Scarlett might have said the N-word.
She probably did, and Heidegger probably was just like, I just love killing
I love
people.
killing people. I love shooting criminals instead of throwing them in prison or giving them a fair trial. I like shooting them in
Everybody
the street
that
like the
doesn't
dogs
agree with
they
me
are.
is a criminal.
You ever seen that movie Judge Dredd? That's my vision for public security. Oh, hey, I fought a couple of these guys.
This
That's not a
absolute
research
freak.
and development guy.
Nah, that's technology. That's probably a combination of what Scarlett's working on and what he's up to. And we fought several of their patrol unit before
Yeah.
Roche showed up and killed a couple of them for us.
Mm-hmm.
It's a map of the upper level of Sector 8, at least a section of it. I wonder if we can recognize the level layout at all from like earlier in the game. I think I'm gonna waste my time examining that closely, but that would be neat if we could see
Yeah.
the exact level layout
Would
from
be.
earlier in the game. You know, I think actually maybe, because I think that big circle, that big nipple right in the middle of it, I think that's the courtyard. And then we have like kind of a diagonal road going down, and then that curved road is the railroad tracks that we cross over and eventually jump onto. Down here.
Oh.
So that would mean probably, yeah, it looks like that's the station right there, and that's the road where we had a seizure and talked to Sephiroth for a minute. Yeah, that's nifty. And ooh woo, what's this?
Ooh.
The future?
The future.
Wow.
The future's future. Walt Disney's original vision for Epcot before they sold out.
Wow.
Pretty ambitious, Mr. Shinra. Reeve, what do you have to say about this mess over here?
Welcome to the Shinra building. Our mission here at Urban Planning is to supply the residents of Midgar with energy created from Mako. We also take pride in maintaining public infrastructure, the pillars and railways that run all throughout the city. Currently, we are working to construct an intraplate expressway. When this project has been completed, it will provide much easier access to numerous locations all across Midgar.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
We appreciate your patience and understanding in the meantime.
Is it going to be easier or harder to construct that with the plate gone?
Well, I mean, I would say you have to cover a little bit less of it now. And you know what? When you're building over that big gap, like you're gonna have to build some new struts to support it, but you're not gonna disturb anybody. Like the construction workers aren't gonna keep anybody awake at night.
It's true. It all worked out.
It all worked out in the end. It's probably gonna save us money in the long run.
Yeah.
Wasn't that super cool?
I hope you enjoyed learning about our divisions and the wonderful ideas and solutions that are produced to benefit us all. Here at Shinra, we strive to ensure the safety of all residents around the clock.
Wow. It's like that effect you use on your video.
Yeah, it's like that effect I used at the end of my videos.
Now, moving along, the next exhibit will teach you all about the miracle of Mako energy and our reactors, as well as the city of Midgar itself. So come on!
Wow.
I love learning about Mako reactors and the city of Midgar itself.
It's so cool. Actually,
This is
models
Midgar,
like this are
our
super
home,
cool.
recreated in 1/10,000th scale. As you can see here, the 8 Mako reactors form a ring around the center of our city and keep Midgar running
day and night.
You're gonna have to update this model a little bit.
Well, I mean, they only have to remove part of it, so it's a pretty easy update.
At Shinra, we have
You get to
developed
see the
technologies
7
to extract
Mako
and
reactors.
transform it into the fuel and electricity that powers everything we do. Thanks to the miracle of Mako energy, our lives are richer and better than ever before. Mako keeps our lights on at night and made Midgar into the city that never sleeps.
Is that a good thing?
Technology and testament to man's potential.
Yeah, we get to work more.
Nothing but a bunch of lies.
Except that Mako has made people's lives better.
It's made people blind. Blind to the cold, hard truth. Even I used to buy into their bullshit. Remembering that makes me even madder.
And then a Mako reactor took my arm from me, Cloud.
That's why I gotta pay them all back.
I tried to take a sip of the Baja Blast. You know what happens when you do that, Cloud? Melts your arm clean off. Why I don't let my girl drink any soft drinks. Don't let her anywhere near the dew. Even because they got that promotion in Final Fantasy XIV, I still don't trust it, Cloud.
No reward's worth it. No sort of mount or anything.
No epic mount is worth the risk, Cloud.
The visual entertainment hall.
Visual entertainment? This is already pretty visual and entertaining, I gotta be honest with you. Okay, why does your hallway between exhibits look like the interior of the Nostromo?
Please relax and enjoy the show.
Okay, so there's a marble wall here. This is a little bit better, but this looked like I was about to be killed by a xenomorph. What's going on?
Ah, yes.
No, I'm still feeling a little aliens right now, honestly.
There's a lot of pipes happening. Now this feels like Star Wars Parliament.
Yeah, you're right. It's a little bit like the Senate building in the prequels.
That's what I wanted to know. Parliament.
Oh my god.
It's like the people
These
watching
guys
the
have
first
never...
movie. Oh no, the train's gonna get us.
Our planet was home to a people we call the Ancients. Many millennia before we discovered Mako, these precursors were already pioneering its use. Somehow they learned of the great reservoir of energy pulsing beneath their feet. And once they
that's cool looking.
The Ancients developed the means to harness this bountiful energy and bend it to their will. The fruits of their labors have survived to this very day in the form of certain kinds of materia. Their scripture, too, has endured. We who are born of the planet, with her we speak, her flesh we shape. Unto her promised land shall we one day return. By her loving grace and providence, may we take our place in paradise. Alas, the Ancients themselves are long gone.
I want to point out something as we zoom out here. Notice the rock formations around the city, the big hump rocks. They kind of just ground down. Just remember that for a second.
But before their fiery end, did the Ancients find their promised land? Even now, we have only to wonder. Times have changed, and the Shinra Electric Power Company is committed to changing and evolving with them. Like the Ancients, we've harnessed the power of Mako. Are they out there watching us, waiting for us to join them in some blessed corner of the world? A green and verdant land where boundless Mako energy will provide for our every need. Shinra is working for you to fulfill the hope of the Ancients and lead us to that promised land. We shall not rest until our dream is realized.
that it?
Oh, buddy. Whoa. Uh-oh.
No!
Sephiroth.
He said it.
He said the name. He said the word.
Dear. A man of my refined taste running out of butter.
For your tea?
Short of its proper accompaniment, this tea might as well be boiled pond water.
This tea is nothing more than hot leaf juice.
Better off with boiled Gatorade.
No, it couldn't possibly have been.
Wow, Palmer has the same head sickness as Cloud. It's the only explanation.
And not just because of the presentation, but the content too. Ought to come with a warning. That ain't for kids.
That wasn't just a movie.
That huge meteor. What was that about?
Like I said, nothing you should show a kid.
So my question is, because that obviously Barrett and Tifa also saw that. That was not Cloud having a vision. So my question is, did they both like act along with it and fall over and die when the hologram attacked them? Or did Barrett see Cloud and Tifa fall over and then he was standing back to back with Sephiroth dramatically and went,
I don't know.
Sephiroth.
I wish we got to see that.
So the reason I pointed something out about this is that if you're very lore-brained, you might be like, ooh, the ancients in a big cool FMV. Oh, that's what their society looks like. But then you actually have to remember, it's not a historical movie. They didn't time travel to get that footage.
No.
The wide shot of ancients' civilization is one like central castle, and the rock formations around them are 8 big rocks.
Where we built the Mako
Where the Mako reactors are. They're trying to, this is all fake.
This is all propaganda.
They're building it as to visually tie themselves in with these guys.
The ancient.
Which is wonderful.
It's great.
Dude.
But nothing like this happened in the original, right?
What do you mean?
Like this sequence right here.
No, yeah, the museum and the walking in and looking at a little hologram, everything that's new. This is new stuff they added in. This is new extra detail.
New propaganda.
New special propaganda.
Oh my gosh.
But I think personally we need to track down Palmer because clearly he and Cloud need to be in the same Alcoholics Anonymous meeting because they're both having Sephiroth visions, unless of course
he's not dead.
Unless of course it wasn't a vision at all.
Yeah, but the other ones that Cloud had,
You can call yourself a
there were witnesses being like, Cloud, what are you doing?
Exactly, but that's that one guy, he actually saw something. No, you're correct. We've had multiple times people being like, Cloud, calm down.
Please make your way to the 62nd floor, the corporate archive.
What the?
Greetings and welcome. Avalanche, I presume. My name is Hart, and it's a pleasure to meet you. I've come to escort you to Mayor Domino, per his request.
The mayor of Midgar? The empty suit that's just a mouthpiece for Shinra?
Yes. The mayor of our dear Midgar. The most magnificent city ever built. That Mayor Domino. The visual entertainment hall has been experiencing technical difficulties of late, and he suspected that these difficulties might impede your progress.
So what does the mayor want with us?
I'm afraid you'll have to ask him that yourself.
Guess we're supposed to follow.
I know I only just met you, man, and I don't want to be judgmental, but I'm just gonna give you a piece of advice. Reconsider the beard.
Yeah.
It's not working, man.
He looks like he was in the Confederate Army.
The outfit's not helping.
It's not. I can't tell if he's a leprechaun or a Confederate.
He could be a Confederate leprechaun.
Oh, God.
He's not ginger enough to be a leprechaun.
Perhaps.
Look at this place.
Then look at those little guys.
So what? You telling me the mayor's some kind of crazy bookworm?
Take a shot, grunts.
Oh, if we were taking shots, you guys would be dead.
This is true.
In the last cutscene.
Out of beverages.
We wouldn't be able to produce shots fast enough. There were 3 grunts right there. We'd be pouring more shots constantly. We would need like 40 shots queued.
Jeez. I don't have that kind of tolerance anymore. Another
Take a shot.
one.
The oldest trick in the book.
There's more.
Y'all.
You trying to kill us?
It's like it's nothing when you're not paying attention, but the moment you start paying attention, it's impossible to ignore.
Say words, don't grunt.
Through here.
All right.
Woohoo! I knew you could do it, Hart.
If this is a trap, you're a dead man, you hear?
So, this is a joke that was kind of lost in translation in the original version of this game. The name of Mayor Domino and his assistant Hart. It's a little bit more obvious here. It has been.
Waiting.
I'm not allowed to get that chest right now.
Damn.
I guess. I'll get it later. So Midgar, we've got. There's literally a song in the game called "Under the Rotting Pizza."
Yeah.
Barrett says that damn pizza up there in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy who runs the pizza city is named Domino, and his assistant is named Hatto. Hatto. Pizza Hatto.
I don't know.
Oh,
The mayor
excellent.
is waiting.
I could have seen that with Domino, but Heart, that's...
That one
that's
doesn't
tough.
come through as cleanly, but it's said in the same way in Japanese as it Hut and Heart. It would be pronounced that way. If they would translating his name as Hut would be weird.
It would.
But the sound is
This
Hatto.
can't be right.
Ah, wonderful. You finally made it. I am the mayor of the great metropolis of Mako. Domino, at your service. I must say you 3 haven't exactly been discreet.
Huh?
I wonder who's been cleaning up all your messes.
What the hell's going on?
Come on, think about it. You've been caught by security several times, walked in front of every other camera, and scared an accountant half to death. Do you hear the alarm? No? You're welcome.
The accountant one doesn't make sense if you took the stairs, but don't worry about it.
Looped in. I am Avalanche's man on the inside.
Say what?
Huh. Is it really that surprising to you? You've seen where they put me. The mayor of the greatest city in the whole wide world, tucked away in a secret broom closet in the damned archives. The nerve. Those stupid Shinra pricks thought I'd just shut up and accept their treatment. But they were wrong. Dead wrong.
Huh. Well, this ought to make things easier.
We need to break into Professor Hojo's lab.
What? Why? You mean you're not here to give President Shinra his comeuppance?
We're here to save a friend who was taken.
But the president's gonna get his too, if I have anything to say about it.
Just as a treat. A little extra.
Just as a treat.
I mean, if we run into him, we're not gonna not shoot
I
him.
don't particularly care what you end up doing, so long as it hurts Shinra.
Great.
So, I can get you as far as the 64th floor.
Dang it.
Hold up. You telling me that that's the best you can do?
That is indeed the best that I can do.
But you're the mayor.
But you're the mayor? Does this look like the office of a mayor? I'm a glorified librarian, nothing more. They don't even invite me to their meetings. Sorting records and reports, that's all I do. My hands and fingers have more paper cuts than skin. No one knows my pain, my daily torment. You've made me a pathetic shell of a man.
Okay. They did you wrong like us, but we'll make it right. So just calm down. Deep breaths, man. Deep breaths.
Let me see that key card of yours.
It's easy to forget how imposing Barrett is.
Barrett's a large man.
He's a big boy.
Woo.
Here you are.
I love updating key cards. It's my favorite video game activity.
Recreational facility on the 63rd floor.
Yeah, there's a John Mulaney bit where he's like, things that you expect to encounter more in adult life based on the things you consume as a kid. And he's like, quicksand hasn't been as big of a problem as I figured it would be. Like, I don't spend nearly as much time in my life updating and collecting key cards as I figured I was going to as a lad.
As Doom would have taught you.
And then what are we supposed to do?
You look for a fellow Avalanche collaborator. Identify yourselves and he'll give you a key card to the 64th. The countersign is... The mayor is the best! Midgar's mayor is nothing less. Everyone says he's cooler than the rest.
Kind of a long countersign, dude, but whatever you say. I mean, I guess it's, if they got to get every word right, it's a little easier to make sure it's not a snitch.
To the guy. And if he goes, the best, with gusto, then you've found your man.
Oh, that's actually pretty simple.
Yeah, it's way easier.
Yeah, I got it. I can say mayor at the guy, and if he says the best, I'm sure, we'll figure it out.
If you think
just walk up to random. That's what Cloud would do. He'd just walk up to people and go, mayor.
You
got it now? What? And he'd just walk off.
I've done everything I can for you. Now don't make me regret doing it.
In one of my romances.
If you think you found the you got it now?
There's secret agents, because every good romance has secret agents.
No, because you need somebody to keep all those secrets.
And they've fallen in love.
Of course.
But they don't know each other's true identity. And they're going to meet each other. I'm mocking it's a good book, but I am mocking it at the moment. They're going to meet each other at a party, and their code names are Day and Night. And so they're literally just meeting each other. Like, we're gonna meet at a fountain in the garden at the stroke of midnight, and I'll know you just by saying day. And of course they get there, and there's like the bad guys, and so they don't get to meet.
Oh my god!
But then you find out they did meet because she saw him and she knows who he is.
I'm pretty sure that monitor showing a screenshot. That screenshot is an overhead shot of the ruins of Sector 7 we were allowed to walk through earlier that aren't canon. So don't worry.
I'm so sorry about that.
Watch out, Joey! Don't knock over the microphone, man. We all want to hear your wonderful voice.
I punched the mic.
Punch the keys.
But literally just walking up to someone in a garden and being like, Day?
Day?
They're like, dude, it's literally midnight. What the fuck's wrong with you?
But it'll be day soon.
Certainly I could do just that. But a man in my position must conduct his affairs with discretion. Which is to say that which has been requested cannot be freely given, if you take my meaning.
You want money!
Disclosing confidential information entails considerable risk.
Wow.
Due compensation is to be expected. In this particular instance, that would amount to 10,000 gil.
Wow!
Rip us off more, why don't you?
So...
we have plenty.
This may seem totally insane. Like, I don't need a hint to go and find this informant or this collaborator or whatever. However, there's a reason he's asking for 10,000 gil. You should buy this.
The 64th floor is reserved for our executives. The individual you seek is fastidious and well-dressed. This individual likes to visit the 63rd floor to decompress from the stress of the job.
That really all you got for us?
Oh, are you dissatisfied with your purchase? How unfortunate. Perhaps this will help preserve our relationship.
Huh?
Yep.
An expression of my gratitude and appreciation.
Huh, that's better.
I'm not going to bother with the weapon upgrades right now because we're going to wrap an episode in just a second.
Before you ask, all purchases are non-refundable. The information I provided concerned an executive, after all.
But this is Barrett's final weapon.
Cultivated appearance.
Wow.
The individual you seek often visits the 63rd floor. I can divulge no more information.
I don't know that I know we've got at least one more sword left for Cloud.
Yes.
I'm not sure if we have another weapon for Tifa or not left, but this is Barrett's final weapon.
Kept us in the loop.
Yeah, get that chest. Yeah.
I'll get this chest,
Get
and then
the
we'll look
high
at Barrett's
potions.
weapon, and then we're gonna call it. Let's get the high potions, baby.
Wow.
More money? I mean,
A slight refund for the country.
yeah, that's like 30% of our investment.
Let's have a look at our new weapon, the EKG cannon.
Yeah.
And let's have a look at what the animation is. He puts like a Mega Man bomb on people. It's another close range attack where he punches somebody and does damage, but it plants a sticky bomb on them, which goes off after a few seconds, and can launch lighter weight enemies. And I think it has a slight area of effect.
Firearm whose accuracy is dependent on the wielder's emotional state.
That doesn't mean anything, doesn't it? I don't think it affects. I don't think like if he has sadness or berserk on, he's more or less accurate. I think that's just flavor text.
That would be really funny though, like a weird ass hidden feature.
Yeah, but anyway, I believe that's it for right now. We made it pretty far. We're deep in the belly of the beast now, gang.
Yeah, we sure are.
That was the name of an earlier mission, wasn't it? Belly of the Beast?
Quite possibly.
Earlier chapter or something.
I'm pretty sure. I think it might have been the name of like one of the reactor bombing chapters.
Yeah, maybe.
Perhaps.
Maybe something like that. I don't recall for sure. But anyway, he complained, and obviously I understand his point. But this wouldn't be the worst room to be stuck in.
It's
and
cool.
it's got lovely theme music.
Well, to be fair, I think he said a broom closet in the archives. So, like, this is the archives, but he feels like his actual office is a broom
It's
closet.
pretty cool, though. It could use with some better lighting, though.
It could.
Hey,
I really want...
Yeah, we'll check out the other robots on the next episode, next session around. But yeah, all the robots are very complimentary about the mayor because nobody else bothers to come in here and check. So he can have his friends say whatever he wants them to say. But anyway, that's it for today. Exciting times in Shinra HQ, eh, gang?
Yeah.
Aye.
Aiden, enjoying your time with Final Fantasy VII?
Of course. Of course.
Oh, I don't seem patronizing asking you this sort of thing every
No.
time, but I like to know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
I like to check in.
I feel like I try to share thoughts when I have them.
Oh no, you do. I mean, we talk plenty while we're filming, so I don't know why I feel like they need to have like a wrap up. I guess it's like the episode's ending, and I was like, I should put something here. We should say something, but
Something.
something. You know what, Aiden? Couldn't have put it better myself.